Hey guys, so this is the part 2 to the Deku X Abuse Neko listener. Sorry if you hear any background noises, that's my neighbor. They're talking and playing loud music. Also, tell your mothers Happy Mother's Day. And your grandmothers too. Um, anyways, let's begin. You open your eyes to see Izuku, that kid named Izuku, and the police. Izuku had tackled your father to the ground, and the police were at the front door, storming the hallways and arresting him. He was severely hurt and wounded around the legs that he can barely stand. Izuku, realizing this, picked you up, and he took you outside and started hopping building to building to get you to the hospital. Once you finally reached there, you passed out at the entrance. When you woke up, you was in cat form, full cat form. The nurse walked in. Glad to see you're awake. Listen. Izuku Midoriya had dropped you off earlier, you remember that? The soldier nodded your head. Then you turned back into full human form since you are well rested now. Listen, he had to go, but I'll inform him that you're awake now. All you can do is nod your head. 10 minutes later, you hear someone walk into your room. It was Izuku. He had a bunch of scratch marks. Hey, you okay? He gave you a questioning look, noticing all those bruises and cuts on your arms and legs. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just in some pain, but I'm okay. That was a lie. He was in agony, but he was just trying not to show to worry him. Why was he hitting you? What did you say, Izuku? Why was he hitting you? And wait, hold up. How do you know my name? Izuku, I have a confession. Yeah? What is it? I was the cat who kept on showing up to your mother's house. Wait, what? It was part of my quirk. My dad didn't feed me, so I had to come over to your house to get food, or I would probably starve to death. I understand. I mean, when you put it together, it makes sense. So, you're not mad at me? No, of course not. You were just trying to survive. Thanks. Hey, I was wondering, would you like to live with us since you have no other family to go to? I would love that. You gripped Izuku's hand hard. Ooh, be careful. You're squeezing. Oh, sorry, I'm just super excited. Soon after you got discharged from the hospital, you went back to Izuku's house and you explained everything to his mother, Neko. She's glad you accepted you into her household. You and Izuku had become best friends. You did everything together. Sooner or later, you got transferred to UA. Of course, you still had a problem. Like if someone raised their hand at you, you automatically flinched or something. But Izuku was there to make sure you didn't actually get hurt. So one time, it was doing a class, and then you got an urgent call from Inko. She said to come over quickly. You rushed out. You told Izuku what happened, and you rushed out. You heard yelling and screaming, and you heard a man on the phone, "Shut up, you little bitch." You recognized that voice. It was your father. You, you and Zuko were still running to the house. When you got there, the whole place looked like a tornado passed through. There was a little blood on the floor, and Aiko's phone on the floor too. She hadn't hanged up. You started crying, and Zuko hugged you. You looked up to him, with tears in your eyes, saying, "This is all my fault." And Zuko started to comfort you. "No, it's not. Come on, we have to find her. We have to report this to the Pro Heroes or the police or anything. Let's go." Azuka had reported this to the Pro Heroes and the police, and there was a total manhunt searching for Inko. Sorry guys, so I had to pause the recording. My brother walked in on me recording and asked me to do something. So I was saying there was a search party for Inko. This was your dad. This was Inko's point of view. I woke up in a strange place. My mouth was gagged, and I was tied up to a chair. I see a man holding a whip. He started dropping on the floor and yelling me about questions about YN. I told him I didn't know much about her, and he started hitting me, beating me for information. I didn't know anything. All I could do was cry because I was helpless. I couldn't use my quirk because the key to the room is all the way over there, and it was out of my distance. Back to Izuku's and Wyan's point of view. You was still looking around, looking everywhere. Didn't see a building. You never searched before. It looked abandoned. And you hear small using your hands here, and you hear small cries. You recognize those cries. That voice was Inko's. You directed the police and the Pro Heroes to go over there, and Izuku too. You walked in on there to your dad beating Deku's mom. You was able to tackle him, but he was able to break free and run away. The Pro Heroes lost track of him. They couldn't find him. At least even though Inko was severely hurt, she was still alive. That's all that matters. And she was also rushed to the hospital. That night, you cried yourself to sleep. If you never left your father's care, this would never have happened. You woke up the next day for school. You didn't feel like in the mood to deal with anyone or anything that day. Katsuki was making his death threats as usual. That he started targeting you with his bunch of death threats. And to the point where you was always a quiet student at UA. No one expected what you did next. You slapped her in the face, saying, "Shut the fuck up, Katsuki. I'm not in the mood." "Oh, you're really trying to die? Oh, shut it. Not like you can do anything. And if you can, you will be kicked out of UA, so shut up." No one was really expecting that. Usually it was calm and collective. You stormed out of the room and left. He was walking down the hallways to 1A, and then you bumped into Izuku. You apologized and see that he was also in a bad mood. "Hey, it's gonna be okay, Izuku. She's gonna be fine. Thanks, YN." He hugged you back. You guys' faces were 2 inches close together. When Mina walked in on you guys hugging super close. "Ooh, Izuku got a girlfriend." "Mina, no." "Mina, yes." She took a picture and ran away. Mina, get back here! It took off running after her. Izuku just chuckled. It was able to catch Mina and delete the picture before she could show anyone. Oh, come on, I'm just trying to have some fun. Mina, no. He gave her back her phone and left. Sooner or later, the hospital staff called you. Izuku's mom was finally okay. She was able to go home now. Sooner or later, 3 months have passed since you've seen your uncle. You were still kind of worried about bumping into him, but you never did. Izuku didn't come to school one day, and his mom said that he wasn't there either. Sooner or later, you got a text. Hey, can you meet me in the alleyway by the school? I have something very important to tell you. This wasn't really like Izuku. He barely ever skipped class unless it was an emergency. So you excused yourself from class and you went outside to go to the place he said he was at. When he got there, he realized it was super dark and no one was there. He decided to wait for him. And as he was waiting, he felt something stab you in the neck, and your vision started to go blurry. And then you remember hitting to the ground, and everything went pitch black. Alright guys, sorry if this sounds like a little stupid or like crappy because I don't really know what to do with this story anymore. So I'm just making things up as I go. I'm going to sound choppy or whatever, and I'm going to stutter or I'm going to say things that don't make sense. So please ignore that. Bye guys.